And I'm Gage Samoji. He's Emerson Hip. This is the Intoxicated Sports Report, and we think on a regular basis, have Mr. Danny Del Zampo joining us.
Call the Baja Man. Somebody let the dog out.
Jesus Christ. We changed our mind. He's not going to be on a regular basis.
He just ruined it for himself.
Yeah, just kidding. But yeah, it's something we talked about a few weeks ago. We think it's only right because I'll speak for myself. I do enjoy when you're on the podcast. I think you give good insight. I think you don't talk too much, although you could if you wanted to. Don't feel like you can't talk.
Yeah, I think my role will be more the background guy, help you guys with stats when needed, give my input in here and there. Kind of typical when I'm on the pod, but
Yeah.
help the show be better. That's my plan.
Yeah.
So,
Don't talk.
yeah.
No, please talk.
Just
We
kidding.
would really appreciate that.
We're happy to have you on here.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Stat guy, Danny.
Stat boy.
Stat boy.
Stat man.
The tech guy.
And yeah, Danny will have his own little segment towards the end and bar banter. That's going to be a regular thing as well.
Yep.
We'll let you know what that's called and what that looks like later on.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to that. 2026 new things for the pod.
That was easy.
Yes, it was. What are we drinking today, boys?
So I made Danny and I a mezcal Negroni. He loves it so much.
Tastes like chimney.
And you got what do you got there?
Hazy IPNA from Lagunitas.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you had this in your fridge, but you got it from work.
I snagged it. I was like, yep, take this. Gage might enjoy.
Appreciate
I'm not
it.
going to drink it.
I still have about another, 11 days, but who's counting the dry January? Looking forward to that first beer. Looking forward to that Super Bowl beer, because that's, in my opinion, a great beer to have.
Oh, yeah.
The Super Bowl beer, the first one.
Like the 12 o'clock before the game, which is like way too early, but you're going to do it anyways. That's the best one.
The beer, the hot dog, boiled hot dog,
Boiled.
wrapped up in tinfoil, right? But yeah.
And spending way too much money on Super Bowl squares as well.
I
know
might,
that's not up for you.
I might splurge.
Yeah?
Super Bowl
Oh.
squares. We'll see. We'll see if we have.
Well, you haven't been spending money on booze, so
Exactly.
Where else are you gonna spend it?
Yeah, I'll just spend it on Super Bowl squares. Also, speaking of spending and winning, Danny, I don't know if you were going to mention this, but you did win.
Oh, yes.
The college football pool.
totally forgot to put
Congrats.
that in. But yeah,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Indiana.
Hoosiers.
In hindsight, obviously, it looks really good. But I think we should be more surprised now that not as many people picked Indiana to win in our pool.
Yeah.
I think it was only how many?
3,
2 or 3?
I think.
Yeah, I think it was 3. Yep. You, Menace, and my buddy Zach that I work with.
And you and Menace had the same exact championship, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? But he missed out because he, like we said a few weeks
Yeah,
ago,
he fucked up on his tiebreaker
on
score.
his total score throughout the whole playoffs. So I
Yeah.
think that's how.
Which I don't know what the total score ended up being. I don't know if you can.
Oh, right. I know you were definitely closer. But
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
like
yeah.
that I can confirm.
Yeah. Well, because what did Menace have? Did he put like 55?
Yeah.
So was he close to that for the game?
Well, it was 48, so not bad.
That was
Yeah.
pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we said, Menace does not need to win anything else. That we do. We appreciate him joining it, but he's a little too good at doing this. So.
Right.
But congrats, Danny. I love that.
Thank you.
And also, we'll probably mention our pool for the NFL later on.
Yes.
But we also, you and I, have the same Super Bowl matchup and winner.
Who are both still in
We're
it.
both still in it. Feeling really good. That Bears-Rams game had me real scared.
Me too.
Especially that Caleb
Dude.
Hail Mary throw, which we'll get to later. Amazing
I
throw.
was on
Yeah.
the plane watching it.
Oh, were you? That's cool.
I was pumped to into overtime.
But I saw it and I was like, oh, this is going to be it for my bracket. Although if the Rams would have lost, not ideal, because the Patriots still could have made the Super Bowl and gave me a couple more points. But I would have lost the option of winning, getting more points.
Right.
If the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams would have screwed you guys both, for sure.
Because you have the Seahawks winning, which still looks good too.
Yeah.
I'd feel actually more confident about your pick than my pick right now, and our pick.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks are the favorites. Slim margin, but they're the favorites. So, I have the Broncos in the Super Bowl too, which I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I don't love their odds.
I feel really good about our Patriots pick.
Yeah,
because
Patriots look
after-
great right now.
Yeah, no disrespect to Jared Stidham. Don't mean
But disrespect.
a little disrespect to Jason Stidham. So, yeah. Do you want to start with some college football?
Yeah, let's do it. National championship recap. Of course, Indiana beat Miami, like we just mentioned, 27-21. Not in a very eventful first half, but Indiana led 10-0. Miami did miss a field goal there near the end of the half. Miami did open the second half with a stop on defense and a touchdown on a 57-yard run by Mark Fletcher. So yeah, got them right back in the game.
They needed that big time.
They really did
because it kind of felt like Indiana. It just felt like Indiana wasn't running away with it, but
No.
it just seemed like Miami could get nothing going.
Right, and yeah, they couldn't get anything going, and they were making mistakes in that first half. Kind of some penalties that led to that touchdown that Indiana had. So it was definitely a good start to the second half.
And the missed field goal does not help.
Nope, not at all.
Because you kind of feel you get that field goal, you'd be down 10-3, and you think, well, didn't have our best half, although we're only down by a touchdown.
Right,
When that happens,
you get one stop, and you got a chance to tie the game. Right.
Yeah. A lot of Miami miscues, and I think looking back, I'm sure they're going to be kicking themselves.
No doubt. Huge game for Fletcher. He finished the game with 112 yards and a couple touchdowns. IU did score later in the third quarter on a blocked punt, another error by Miami.
Exactly.
That put them up 17-7, and then up 17-14 in the fourth quarter. Indiana went forward on 4th and 4 from the 12-yard line. Huge play by Mendoza. He ran it in on QB draw. Broke a couple tackles to get there. Pretty awesome effort by him.
Didn't see it live. Saw the replay, and I was like, man, that was 4th and 5.
Right.
That he was able to pull that off. That was a huge call and a huge play by Mendoza, and he definitely, in my opinion, sealed. He's a lock for the first pick.
Yeah, I think
he was before that play.
Yeah.
But seeing that, Mark Davis, Tom Brady were in the building watching him play. They're like, that has to be our guy.
Right. Showed some toughness on that one for sure. Miami did score later on a 22-yard touchdown pass from Carson Beck to Malachi Toney, bringing the score to 24-21. Toney had a big game as well, 10 catches for 122 yards and that touchdown. They then held Indiana to a field goal, setting up an opportunity to win the game with a touchdown with just under 2 minutes left. And then with 44 seconds left and the ball just past midfield, Carson Beck took a deep shot down the left sideline and was picked off by Jamari Sharp. One of those throws where it's like you saw some daylight, and I think everyone saw what Carson Beck saw.
Yeah,
but he underthrew it.
I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, he has him."
Yeah,
and he's, like you said, majorly underthrew it.
Yeah,
you hate to see it because you make that catch. I'm not gonna say it's a touchdown, but it makes the game instantly that much more.
Right, they're inside the 10-yard line. I think they would have been.
Or even like you told me through text, you got to overthrow him, and if you do, you still have a chance.
Right,
that wasn't fourth down.
I think it was second down on that play, and with that much time left,
it's
like you got to it's tough to end the game with that much time left. But nice play by the defensive back. Beck, honestly, I felt like played a decent game. Finished with 232 yards, one touchdown, and the one interception. But yeah, I mean, Indiana, they got it done. Hell of a game. I honestly felt like Miami actually might have been the better team on the field, aside from the mistakes that they made. I mean, the penalties, 7 for 60 yards. A lot of them killed them. A lot of them resulted in first downs for Indiana. But I thought you could definitely make the argument that Indiana looked and played better for the most part in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Indiana, first team to go 16-0 since Yale in 1894.
Which I would not have guessed they were playing that many games back then. But I know it was a totally different time period. And,
of course.
Yeah, I'm talking 19th century.
I mean, just the dream season for Indiana, obviously.
Right.
And I'm going to ask you, would this team have beaten 2019 in LSU?
They would have lost by 30. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I mean, this was one of those teams where, and like thinking about this game specifically, Miami, they got great recruits, 5 stars all over the field, a veteran quarterback. And then you look at Indiana, they got their veteran quarterback. Of course, he won the Heisman. He had a great year. But they don't exactly have like those top-end recruits. Like a lot of their guys were transfers from James Madison. You think James Madison's getting 5-star recruits?
No.
Hell no.
I mean, it's impressive. I keep hearing that this was the best coaching job and the best turnaround for any sport, any team ever.
Right. I mean, and this is no knock on Mario Cristobal. I think he's a very good coach. But I think that just goes to show how damn good of a coaching job Kurt Cignetti has done over the last couple of years to turn this into a national championship program.
I saw some people in the stands with the shirt that said Cignetti.
Yeah, it looked like a Marlboro.
Like the Marlboro.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Great. What do you think about this game, Danny?
Probably one of the better national championship games we've had in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
At least score-wise.
Yeah, last year's definitely beat last year's. Last year's wasn't bad, but it definitely was better than last year's.
We had a little stretch there for a while that it was really great games.
Yeah.
Like when Clemson finally beat Alabama.
Yep.
When Alabama beat Georgia, Tua throwing it
to
end it.
Yep.
I feel like
both of the Alabama-Georgia national championships were really good because the other one where Bryce Young got picked off at the end of the game to seal it.
That's right.
Um,
And then obviously we had the Georgia TCU game. Really,
that
game was terrible.
That was horrible.
That was the worst game ever.
yeah, it's been. I would say in the CFP era, it's been kind of like a 50-50 split on good games and not so good games.
Yeah, because even like the first game in the CFP era, Oregon Ohio State, that was a good game.
That was a good game. I mean, Ohio State kind of ran away with it at the end, but yeah, Oregon was in the game for the most part. But yeah, I would agree with you on Mendoza. Like he didn't have a stellar performance, but he was pretty solid on third down, and he obviously the touchdown run was epic.
It was epic. That's a great way to put it. It was definitely epic. 4th and 5. He gets more than the 5 to get the touchdown. Gets knocked on the way.
Right.
I feel a little better about Mendoza seeing him in his post game with SVP. Still is just kind of who he is. Kind of, I hate to say nerd, but kind of nerdish.
Right.
You know, just a really smart, articulate kind of guy. But like post game, immediately, you know, the glory to God.
Yeah, he just goes
a little much for my liking personally, but seeing him talk to SVP and it's a little more kind of like how we're talking, a little normal.
Yeah.
I feel a little better about Mendoza. He's going to put on the face. He's going to put on the presidential quarterback kind of thing, which he should.
Yeah.
I think that's what all organizations want. I just feel a little better about Mendoza now because of that.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like that video that I sent you guys
Exactly.
about that guy clowning him a little bit. And we talked about it like a few weeks ago, I think.
It's kind of like what we said. Like, is this like guy too robotic to be your face of your franchise?
And like you put him in an NFL locker room, are those guys just gonna kill him?
Right. Maybe they can tough him up a little bit.
I mean, I think he'll mature hopefully in his first couple of years and kind of grow out of that. But like some of the shit that comes out of his mouth, I just don't know if it's gonna fly in an NFL locker room.
Although I didn't hear it, but I heard that he threw a couple of F-bombs.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him. Like,
didn't know those in his vocab.
Like on TV by accident, I think. So I'm glad that he has that in his arsenal. It's great.
Was he the next Tebow?
Yeah. What does God think about those F-bombs?
That's a good question because right.
Sorry.
I wonder, like, I'm sure Tim Tebow coming out of college was a pretty, highly rated.
I don't think he was thought of as like an NFL prospect. I know he still won in the first round. But he wasn't like. I think when the Broncos got him later in the first round, I think that a lot of people were like, "Are we sure about that?"
Like a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying Mendoza is more of a finished product and ready for the NFL than Tebow was?
Yeah, I think you watch his game. He's got the arm. There's not a lot of question marks there.
Isn't it funny that someone like Tim Tebow could have that much success in college, arguably the best success you've ever seen,
right?
And not have people having him not be highly rated for the draft.
Well, I think the evolution of football is that now, like the college game and the NFL game are a lot more similar than they were back then.
Mm-hmm.
And they've taken, the NFL is taken from college is taken from the NFL as far as scheming and play calling and all that. So I think that would be the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's kind of funny that you could have guys back in the day that were amazing college. I mean, Tebow, you could throw him in the argument of one of the best, if not the best, college quarterback.
Did he win back-to-back national championships and almost won 2 Heismans?
Right.
Which has only happened once.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, hell of a season.
Refreshing to see a team like Indiana win the national championship.
Yeah.
I mean, if Miami would have won, obviously they've had success in this century.
Right, but it's been a long time.
But it's been a while. So I think either way it would have been a little refreshing, whoever won. But seeing Indiana, who's known to be a basketball school, let's be honest,
right,
actually win a national championship in football, it's really impressive.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat that they had the most losses in college football history. I mean, obviously you got to be playing for a long time to have that.
I mean, I went through their record kind of quickly last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, we were like the recent seasons.
It wasn't good.
Yeah,
at all.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, but congrats.
Yeah,
for sure.
I heard an interesting take about the way that Indiana was able to build a team, and like schools are going to think they can do it the same way, but it's not going to. It's just not going to be that easy. Yeah. I think what Kurt Cignetti did is unreal, honestly.
Yeah. Well, did you know Joe Buck went to Indiana?
I think I remember hearing through the final weeks of the NFL season.
Yeah, I had no idea until
him and Troy talking about.
Yeah, I heard Troy say, "Oh, I bet you're." He's like, "I'm so excited for you. I bet you're so excited." And I was like, was like, why is he excited?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, Joe Buck went to Indiana? And also Mark Cuban.
I was going to say, because I saw them throw a Cuban on me. I didn't know that either. Yeah.
And also, I think it might help booster-wise to have Mark Cuban on your side when it comes to giving money.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, just a little bit.
Right.
The guy's a billionaire 20 times over.
I'm sure he's done a little more to the basketball program over the years, but
I'm sure.
That's awesome.
I never would have guessed like Indiana.
Yeah.
Like who wants to go? I mean, I'm sure they have their program, like their things that they're known for, like all schools are. But
right.
Just someone's like, you know what? Indiana's where I'm going to go.
Right. It will be interesting to see if Cignetti can do the old school style of recruiting successfully at Indiana, or if he's going to just be a transfer portal merchant the whole time.
I mean, I feel like you kind of have to be these days.
I mean, you have to be both. I think if you're not. I know like Ohio State and Texas and those kind of schools are different because they draw the 5-star prospects easier because of the history and whatnot. But yeah, I think you still have to be able to be consistently good. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to recruit guys as freshmen.
Yeah.
Last bit of news from college football: Dante Moore is actually going to be returning to Oregon next season foregoing the NFL draft.
A little surprising.
Personally, I think it's a smart move on his part.
Because of who's going to be in position to be drafting?
Well, I don't really look at it that way because, I mean, the bad teams are always going to be there at the top of the draft.
That's fair.
Right. But the fact that he was a one-year starter, and there's been so much chatter and there's evidence behind it, too, about the fact that these guys that come out after not having that many starts in college under the belt, they don't do as well in the NFL. Yeah. So I think he's really smart to go back. He probably wasn't going to be the number one pick, so
he probably would have been number 2.
He probably would have been number 2.
If you can go top 10, you never return. You're risking injury and losing that.
I would agree. I think it is a little bit different with how much money guys are making in college football these days, but it's not an NFL contract. I will give you that.
That is fair.
Yeah.
And maybe he wants to try to bring one home to Oregon because Oregon,
they were right there.
We always make jokes that they can never get it done in the playoff or in any kind of big game.
Always use Arian Foster as a good example for that because I think his junior year, he was projected to go top 10, got hurt, went undrafted after his senior year season.
Hell, Arian Foster was cool, man. I liked him. He was good. He was really good.
I think Matt Barkley is a good example of not a guy that got injured, but a guy that just had a shitty senior season after being a badass as a junior and lost a lot of money.
Kind of like your boy Nate Stanley.
Yeah, that's a little different. I think an ironic part about Dante Moore going back to Oregon is Dylan Raiola, the guy from the Mahomes wannabe guy from Nebraska, transferred to Oregon.
Oh, jeez.
So it'd be interesting to see if he decides to reverse course.
I don't know if you remember this, just small Arian Foster tangent. His tweet when he said he could go one-on-one with a wolf.
I think I do remember.
I don't know if I remember that, but I don't like it.
Do you think Arian Foster could go one-on-one with a wolf?
No.
Would you rather fight a wolf or Brock Lesnar with no fingernail?
Jesus
We're not getting into this right now.
I would take the wolf. I
would take the wolf
over Arian Foster.
Both in their prime. All right, anyway.
Are you calling the wolf?
Yeah.
That's all you had to say.
Bro, I've seen Twilight. I know what wolves can do, okay? No? Nothing there?
No.
Okay, moving on. On to the NFL.
I was going to say something, but it probably would have been PC, so I just can't.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Also, you being on here regularly, we have to be PC. So thank you for acknowledging that. On to the NFL divisional round recap. Dev, plug your ears. The Broncos beat the Bills 33-30 in overtime. Denver took the lead 30-27 with 55 seconds left in regulation on a 26-yard touchdown pass from Bo Nix to Marvin Mims, which was a good pass.
That was a great throw. Hell of a catch, too. He got a nice little rod in his backside on that follow-through.
Pardon me?
Yeah, you heard me right. Did you guys not see that?
I don't think I know nothing about rods going in backsides, okay?
I'm not even going to elaborate.
Okay. Josh Allen did lead the Bills into field goal range on the ensuing drive where Matt Prater hit the game-tying 50-yard field goal to send the game to overtime. I do love seeing Matt Prater, former Bronco, sending the other team
Revenge
in Denver. I mean, if someone makes a catch.
How old is fucking Matt Prater now? Is he like 50?
41, I think.
Is he really?
41.
Jesus Christ. I knew he was old.
After Buffalo forced a punt on the Denver opening drive of overtime. Josh Allen was intercepted on a deep ball that was very close to being simultaneous possession between the receiver and the defensive back. I mean, should we get into this right now or should we wait?
Yeah, let's get into it.
What I'm going to say about this, and if I were Doug McDermott post-game, no, excuse me, I always say Doug. I thought to myself today, I'm not going to say Doug.
Mr. McBuckets?
No, Sean McDermott, not Dougie McBuckets. If I were Sean McDermott in that post-game presser, I would have said, if this was the Super Bowl today, and I know it's not, if it was, that play would have gotten reviewed.
For sure.
And I think that should be the rule for all playoff games.
For any game.
Yes. But I think especially, I'm just saying, like, if this was going to be replayed in the Super Bowl, which I think would have been the case, it has to be replayed right here, right now in this round of the playoffs. That's what it means. And yes, I agree with you that every game should be. That's not how it goes. But I think in important games like these ones, they should be reviewed. I
mean, isn't a turnover technically it always goes through like the quote unquote expedited review always?
Well, I think that's what did happen.
Right.
But I just feel like it's
I agree with you though.
I feel like it's such a big moment where you have to look at it again. Like if I were Sean McDermott, I would have walked out to the 50-yard line and said, I am not moving. I don't care what you do. Penalize me. Throw the flag, kick me out. I'm not moving until this gets reviewed.
Yeah.
That would be very like pouty, poor sport. But at this point, like my season and my
livelihood
is on the line, which it is, and it was. I would have just walked up to the ref and been like, I'm not leaving this until we can look at something.
Right.
You can do whatever you want. I'm not leaving.
I'll say a couple things. I don't think the call would have gotten overturned.
I don't either. I just think Bills and Bills fans might have felt better with a longer review.
Agreed. I don't think it should have gotten overturned, but it definitely should have been reviewed.
Longer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should have gone through a full-on, challenge type review.
It just feels like they expedited it way too quick. Like, why are we doing this so quickly?
Right. Like, they're just... Yeah, right. It's overtime of a fucking playoff game.
To send one team to the AFC Championship.
Right. Like, why is this not being taken a little more seriously?
And I'm not a referee. I'm not sure how it goes. Real time, honestly, it looked like it was a pick. You slow it down. It looked like he had the knee down, caught it. It's really hard to call, and I'm glad that I'm not in that position to have to do that.
Right.
And I'm not trying to say they got it right, got it wrong. I'm just saying at least have some respect for the game.
Yeah. And
have a longer replay just for everybody, because you got to think in the minds of the refs in real time. I mean, they've got to think we're going to get grilled for this, regardless if we're not looking at it for longer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, on the initial replay, to my eye, and I think a lot of people's eye, I was like, oh, damn, I think that's actually a catch.
Did you see it in real time?
So I saw the play in real time. I'm like, oh, shit, he actually picked... I thought it was a catch, and then I saw the guy actually came up with the ball, the defender. But then they showed that first replay. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. That actually might have been a catch, because we've seen some of those like simultaneous possession type calls where it always goes to the receiver, right? Mm-hmm. But I think he wouldn't have passed the test of completing the catch to the ground, is why, because it happened so fast. It wasn't like he caught it and they like wrestled for it for a minute. It was like the guy
rolled over.
It was almost like in one motion, like they both had it, but then he took it away. The defender did.
Yeah, to me it seemed like they both had it basically at the same time.
But it was just like it just wasn't for long enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then with that little motion rolling over and he coming up with it.
Yeah.
I see why they made that call.
Right.
I'd be probably mad if it happened against my team.
I mean, of course.
Yeah. It's a brutal way to lose.
Obviously, if that was ruled a catch, obvious field goal range with Matt Prater's leg. Kick the game, or they probably run it 3 more times, get a little closer.
But I mean, it was probably inside the 20.
Yeah. So you would think the Bills would have won that game. It's not a guarantee, but if it would have been a catch, I would have felt pretty confident.
Right.
And then of course Denver drove the ball into field goal range, aided by 2 pass interference calls against Buffalo. Will Lutz hit the 23-yarder to send Denver to the AFC Championship, first time I believe since 2015.
Yeah, I believe so.
2015. Josh Allen was not perfect. Your boy Josh Allen was not perfect in this game.
Yeah, he wasn't.
3 touchdowns, 4 turnovers. Of course, he cried about it in the post game, which I'm not even talking shit about that. He didn't really do himself or his team very many favors with 4 turnovers.
Yeah, just a lot to overcome. I mean, the fact that they were in the game, you're going to give him some credit for that, aside from the turnovers. But yeah, that's too many to really win a game.
And if you're a Bills fan, you got to think the first half. I mean, we know Deb; she turned the game off.
was she posing?
Well, she said she turned it off, and then she eventually turned it back.
Yeah, like come on.
But I think what's hard is you kind of have that false sense of hope because at first you're like, we're going to lose this game. It is what it is.
Right.
And then Josh Allen comes back, makes it a game, and you lose in heartbreaking fashion.
Right.
It's just tough. But, we talk about Caleb Williams, and we'll get to him in a little bit, doing his best Brett Favre impersonation all the time with the touchdowns and turnovers. This is a Brett Favre type game.
I would say so as well.
By Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Can this hurt Josh Allen's career a little bit?
I mean, if he never gets over the hump, this is definitely going to be a big mark on his resume.
Obviously, it was a great game, and
yeah,
I think it might hurt because this was the year with no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar Jackson,
right?
And it kind of felt, although the defense was not as good as you want it to be, that this was the chance to at least make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you could lose to the Rams, Seahawks, Bears, if whatever, but it's going to sting. And I think they all knew it because I think they all knew the writing on the wall with Sean McDermott and what was going to happen.
Right.
But, I mean, as long as you got Josh Allen, you got a chance, in my opinion. I would love to have Josh Allen as my quarterback.
Like there's pretty much 30 other teams that would want him. Or 28 at least.
Yeah, for sure. Bo Nix, 308 yards total, 3 touchdowns. But if you believe in karma, Bo Nix was diagnosed after the game with a broken ankle. And will miss the rest of the season. So
what did he do?
Like it was his fault.
Well, no, I just mean,
he got Sean McDermott fired, that asshole.
The world works in mysterious ways when it comes to calls not being looked at longer, people breaking their ankle. This was a shock to me, though. Absolute shock. When Devin told me this at my dad's house, I was like, you're joking. I was like, you're fucking with me. This is not real. What do you mean Bo Nix is out for the rest of the season?
Right.
And so, of course, Danny's boy, Jarrett Stidham, is going to play on Sunday, start the game.
My boy.
People become somebody's boy on this show without any.
I do have my Broncos orange on today.
You do?
You do.
Yeah, and the Navy hat.
Big Broncos guy. I mean, for the Broncos, it's the highest of the high and the lowest of the lows, I got to feel like.
Right.
I mean, he could have his Nick Foles time, Jarrett Stidham. He could, honestly. It could happen.
He's been around for a little while. Not a ton of starts under his belt, but
no. I don't like their chances against the Patriots in this game, to be quite honest with you. I could be wrong. Do you think the Broncos should have considered maybe
Phillip Rivers?
Somebody else? Maybe Phillip Rivers?
Peyton Manning?
Give Tom Brady a call?
Right. Danny, is there a wine opener over there?
For you? Anything.
Thank you.
That's just...
Yeah, it's rough for the Broncos. I
don't feel bad for the Broncos.
Whatever.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if anybody outside of Denver's... I don't know if Denver fans are giving them a chance. I certainly don't. I mean, I guess I give them a chance because they still have a good defense, and Jarrett Stidham is... he could play.
He's a human being.
He stands on 2 legs. This far into the season, playoffs.
I mean, you can lose a great defensive player or a receiver or something like that. That sucks.
Losing your starting quarterback.
Yeah,
and I think it hurts a lot more too because now we're wishing we had Drake May versus Josh Allen in the championship game.
Yeah,
I mean, if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, I think everyone feels different about that. But since he did, we're all kind of like, oh man, we have to. Because I think everyone's assuming it's not going to be a good game, which it could.
You never know.
It could.
We'll talk about it later.
Do we want to talk about your guys' 49ers? Who got the shit beat out of by the Seahawks? 41-6. I'll say it one more time. 41-6.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
I mean, we should have known from the opening kickoff this game was going to be bad, right?
Well, yeah. When Rashid he takes one to the house opening kick, I'm like, that's not a good start.
The Seahawks could have scored no points after that return, and it would have went to overtime.
No, it wouldn't have. They would have won by 1. Oh, you mean not making the extra point?
Yes, that's what I'm getting at, which is impressive. I mean, I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, oh my God, is this happening? And I saw the flag, I'm like, oh, it's going to come back. But then it was your boy Pinheiro trying to do a best trip job.
Right. I mean, I don't blame him for the effort, but
he
wasn't going to tackle him.
Yeah, don't get hurt.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Seahawks led 24-6 at half. Kenny Walker the third, 145 from scrimmage, 3 touchdowns.
Big game for Kenny.
Niners 3 turnovers, 2 by Purdy, 9 total points and 204 yards per game in their last 2 games against Seattle. Not ideal, I would assume, by one of your hated rivals in the division.
I mean, I remember when the Seahawks hired Mike McDonald a couple years ago. I was like, this may not be a good thing. Because if we remember back when Mike McDonald was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, when the Niners went to the Super Bowl that year, but they played the Ravens late in the year, and Purdy threw like 4 picks. They got embarrassed on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald was the guy that had the scheme to shut down the 49ers.
And even the first game that we watched,
that was a struggle for the Niners.
That was a struggle game. That was a struggle for sure.
They won.
It was close.
So
it took a Jake Tonjes,
miracle snatch,
Dwight Clark-ish
right.
catch in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Maybe it could.
I think he's kind of kryptonite right now.
I was going to say, could he be the Shanahan stopper?
Right. I think he's kryptonite at this point. So Shanahan's got his hands full trying to figure out that defense, but also credit to Seattle. I mean, they have great players on that defense too. It's not just scheme.
It's almost like you see the Seahawks good defense, those uniforms, and I can't help but think of the Legion of Boom,
right?
Those teams.
Yeah, it's got that feel right now. And Sam Darnold, he got his first playoff win. Didn't have to do a whole lot, but sometimes you just got to get over that hump.
Well, we weren't even sure he was going to play that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they might have been.
I think they were overplaying it. I really do.
But he didn't do a lot in that game. I guess he didn't really have to.
He didn't have
Kenneth
to.
Walker
right.
ran all over the field, but I do think it wasn't. I don't think he was like fake hurt.
I think the injury is real, but I think it was probably overplayed, and they were just being very, very cautious.
Yeah. It's very rare to see, and I was completely wrong on the Niners. I know I usually am. But it's just shocking to see Shanahan get his ass handed to him 2 weeks or essentially 2 games in a row to the same team.
Right. Yeah.
He doesn't get embarrassed like this.
No,
I bet you this would be one of the worst losses in his coaching career so far.
Got to be up there. I mean,
in his head coaching career.
Right. I guess if you could minus like the first 2 years that he was head coach of the Niners, when they were irrelevant. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, no, it's. I think the Niners got a dose of reality there because they've been playing with a very injured defense. Mm-hmm. They had to let go of a lot of defensive starters over the offseason. So I think, Seattle didn't even like really do that much on offense. They just, they took care of business.
It was funny too watching the Broncos game and you see some of those old Niners.
Yeah, Hufanga and Greenlaw. Yeah. Hufanga made a couple plays in that game.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't even think about that.
Really great plays. I'm like, oh yeah, he would probably be nice to have, right?
No doubt about it.
Do you guys want to put a bow on the Niners season?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those years where everything seemed to be going wrong, but they found an unbelievable way to go on a run, make it to the playoffs, and we saw Shanahan have some really bad performances here at the end of the season, but he also did some of his best coaching that he's ever done. So got to tip a cap on that. But yeah, even coming into this year, I didn't have a lot of. I wasn't feeling that great about this team, but they surprised me and they overperformed in my mind. Yeah.
With the amount of injuries we had, I think they beat expectations. No one figured that they would go. What was it, 12-5?
I think it was. Yeah, finished the year.
But yeah, it sucks. Feel bad for George Kittle. Who knows when he'll be back?
Right.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Apparently, and we'll know when we get there, but his Achilles tear was on the less severe side, so he believes he'll be ready for week 1. That's what he's saying, of course. But that at least bodes well for him having a chance to get on the field at some point next year.
Explain to me less severe side. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that.
Meaning, like, it wasn't like a full. I just read like a brief article about it.
Like it has nothing to do with what side of his body it is.
No. Like the less severe side, not left.
No, I mean, no, you said less severe, so I'm thinking sides of bodies.
No, like less severe side of the potential injury. Like it could have been a worse tear.
Yeah. One thing I'll mention is Kyle Shanahan is now the longest tenured coach in the NFL without a Super Bowl win after the Sean McDermott firing.
Okay.
Head
Currently,
coach.
gotcha.
Head coach,
Gotcha.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of who he is right now. I
Yeah.
think he'll get one eventually. I'm not sure if it took the Niners, but I
Right.
think he'll get one eventually. Patriots beat the Texans 28-16. C.J. Stroud. I mean, it seemed like it was the weekend of interceptions because he had 4.
There was a lot of sloppy football this weekend.
All in the first half by C.J. Stroud, but Houston somehow managed to only be down by 5 points heading into the fourth. And then Drake May hit Keyshawn
Boutte?
Boutte. Is it Boutte?
It is Boutte.
Boutte, okay.
He's a Frenchie.
For a 32-yard touchdown in the fourth to put the game out of reach. Drake May did finish the game with 3 touchdowns and 3 turnovers himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 8 total turnovers in the game. Very sloppy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they were playing in some weather, but this was a kind of a rough game on the ice as a football fan.
C.J. Stroud, what is he? What do we make of this?
Yeah, I mean, these last 2 games, I'm just like, this is not what I saw 2 years ago. Even last year, I feel like it was better than this.
Well, and you hate to see him perform like this because you hate to see a defense like that go out earlier than we probably wanted.
Right. I mean, they were a very, very good defense, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years. But, yeah, just not enough to overcome his buffoonery.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of wet and rainy, so maybe that's why there were so many turnovers.
Yeah.
I think that doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Texans being a dome team. Patriots, you'd think, would be kind of more used to it.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, May fumbled 4 times, only lost 2 of them, but still, he had his own issues.
It was a sloppy game.
Right. So,
But sometimes you got to win in the trenches.
right.
Sometimes you got to win these sloppy games.
I mean, we talked about, the Patriots are heavy favorites going in the championship game, but I feel like they're going to need to clean up their play a little bit. I know they're going against Jarrett Stidham, but they're going to need to clean up their play to secure a victory next weekend, this coming weekend.
One of the better games outside of the Bills game, I would say, was this Rams-Bears game. 20-17 overtime. Rams won. Chicago did tie the game with 18 seconds left in regulation on a 14-yard touchdown pass that was more like 50.
I think the ball went 45 yards in the air, if I'm not mistaken.
Cole Kmet on 4th down. It's unbelievable throw.
The play was ridiculous, all of it. And because obviously the camera pans to him running backwards and with the ball, and then you're like, why the fuck is that guy wide open?
That's another good question. Why was Cole Kmet so open?
Yeah.
Because that was on 4th down.
Right. And then they showed the replay, and you could see one of the defensive players asking for a push off.
Yeah.
But really, Cole
There
Kmet,
was no push off.
no, there wasn't. Yeah, you're right. He just outmuscled the guy for position and found himself wide open for the catch.
To me, there's only one other guy in the league who can make this throw, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd maybe throw Josh Allen in there because he's got some arm strength.
Yeah, he does.
But
it just kind of, like we've talked about it before, but to me, Caleb has more Mahomes in him than
Right.
I think. Like Josh Allen could do
I think
it.
just the way he moves, and the way
Josh
he
Allen could do it, you're right, but I think
Yeah.
just the way he moves and is able to, lead the pocket really quickly. Like Mahomes isn't terribly fast, but he's fast when he needs to be.
Right.
He made a few throws there that I was super impressed with Caleb Williams.
Oh, yeah.
There's one specifically, it was an incomplete pass, but he was next to the sideline, he kind of sidearmed it, and he threw a fucking rocket.
He's got some zip, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got crazy arms.
But I just want to say that he's had a lot of practice with that throw for that touchdown, because he attempted to do that pass a few weeks ago, and he got intercepted, and I lost my fantasy match.
Oh, you talking about the Packer game? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant the Niner game, because in the Niners game, the last play, it was he kind of had a...
Yeah, he had to run
pitch.
back, but it threw it short. But yeah, I know which one.
You still haven't forgotten that, huh?
It reminded me of it when I was watching it live.
Yeah.
No, the play was outrageous, though.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. But for Bears fans, you see that and you're like, we're going to win this game. That kind of play happens, you think, this is our time.
Yeah.
This is destiny. And then they end up losing.
In my mind, on that drive, even before they scored the touchdown, I was like, because my cousin Kyle came into town, we went out and watched the end of this game, and I look at Kyle, I'm like, if they score a touchdown here, do you think about going for 2?
Yeah.
Just the way the game has gone, do you think you're going to go into overtime, and are you confident you're going to outscore the Rams in overtime?
It's one of those, you get it right, and you look like a genius.
Yeah.
But if you get it wrong, you're going to be talked about all offseason.
And
possibly Ben Johnson forever.
Right. And here's my thing is because you're Ben Johnson, you're supposed to be this offensive genius. You don't have a play from the 2-yard line that can score?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I like the idea of that because you're playing the other offensive genius on the other side.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think Sean McVay would have went for 2? I don't think Sean McVay would have went for 2.
No, because I think he knows his team is more talented. I don't think the Bears have that on offense that what the Rams do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I don't think you do that in that moment. I think
I totally understand not wanting to be the guy that lets the game go on a situation like that, but
especially after that touchdown and the whole place is, the roof is off the place. You know what I mean? But then imagine you go for it, you don't get it, and everyone's like, so it's over.
Yeah, I really wonder what the analytical guys would say. Not that they're the ones that matter because they're not the ones making decisions, but I just really wonder what they would say.
I wonder if the the new overtime rules plays a factor in that, knowing that
you're going to get the ball.
You're going to get the ball back no matter what.
Yeah. I understand that.
The Bears did force a 3 and out on the Rams' first possession of overtime. Following drive, Caleb Williams was intercepted again by Cam Curl. LA drove the ball down the field on an ensuing drive to set up a 42-yard field goal by Harrison Nevis. Caleb 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Calvin Williams 117 from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. Great game.
I just loved. I was on the plane. They have Starlink on the free Starlink on the plane,
nice.
So I was able to watch the whole game. Nice. And going to that last play in regular time, I was like, man, I really want this game to go to overtime just so I can keep watching.
Got your wish.
Right. I
didn't say anything, but I threw my hands up. I was like, and these 2 guys next to me were watching the game, but for some reason their stream was super delayed.
Oh, really?
So
it was in the same row?
Yeah. Well, the aisle the next.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
But they see them having it on their phone.
That's funny.
Did you eventually see the reaction?
Yeah, I don't think they really reacted too much, but I was like, holy smokes, because I just saw history.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it just
could have been. I guess if they wanted, it would have been history.
Yeah. For Bears fans, you guys think, well, we lost to the better coach, better quarterback, and it's looking up from here finally for Bears fans. You have your quarterback, which you have not had since. I mean, we talked about Jay Cutler, Jim McMahon.
What a turnaround from his rookie season!
Oh my God, yeah. Ben Johnson is,
yeah.
That's almost like comeback player. I know that's not really what comeback player is.
Well, most improved player, maybe.
Maybe most improved. Yeah. Do they have that award?
I don't know if they do in the NFL.
Oh, they do.
They definitely do in the NBA. Yeah. That'd be a good one though.
Well, I think they have. Well, you said comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
that's
that's usually from injury.
For injury,
yeah.
That's they're probably most improved, kind of equivalent. Maybe I think they should have most improved player.
But I think the NBA and I know MLB has his comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyways,
player of the week. Who do you got?
Well, I wanted to say one more thing about the Bears. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's too late. Move on.
The one thing about them though is this was a great season and they do have a bright future, but they're going to have to find different ways to win football games. They can't just be hero miracle ball all the time.
Second half team.
Yeah. It's and
the cardiac Bears.
Right. And then I think we all like Ben Johnson. I think we think he's a great coach. I do as well. But
wish he was the Cowboys coach.
Yeah. This is also going to be like we talked about. Is this going to be Caleb Williams forever? It kind of feels like it could be.
Like Brett Favre.
Yeah, I know he's still really young. He's got plenty of opportunity to improve. But if you try to rein him in, is he going to be Is he going to give you a lesser product?
I think you got to just let him be who he is.
Yeah,
and this is what he's going to be.
I think he's going to just be a little bit reckless, and Ben Johnson might have a couple ulcers after it's all said and done, but he's going to have to live with it.
But if you get a Super Bowl ring out of it, all the ulcers are worth it.
Exactly.
Especially in Chicago when it's been 40 years. Since 85?
41 years now.
They need one bad.
Yeah.
One thing I want to mention, too, real quick. Drake May already has the same amount of playoff wins as Dak Prescott. For those keeping score at home.
Life of a Cowboys fan.
And Drake May's only played 2 seasons. Dak's been in the league for 10.
Yeah, 85 season, 86 was the year.
Okay, so exactly 40 years then.
Yeah. Well, because he had 85 Bears. My player of the week's going to be Kenneth Walker. Not even a shot. I think he had a great.
He was my guy too. I was kind of.
Something we didn't mention about that game. Really a big factor too. The Seahawks.
Charbonnet
going out. That's a big factor. I mean, he was kind of their lead running back this season over Walker.
They had a really good.
I wouldn't say he was the lead guy, but he was definitely a nice change of pace.
He was more productive than Kenneth Walker.
When Kenneth Walker wasn't having a good game, which happened often,
Yeah.
Charbonnet stepped in and did some work. So.
And I like Kenneth Walker, but I do think Charbonnet is a good breath of fresh air for that offense.
Yeah.
When Kenneth Walker kind of tends to get more... He's more like the ground and pound, and Charbonnet is more of the...
A little shiftier, maybe.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker had 116 on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Also had 3 receptions, 29 yards.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
Got the hat trick. Danny, player of the week, do you have anything off the top of your head?
We're starting not going. Okay.
I think you said Kenny Walker.
Yeah, Kenny Walker.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did. I went with the guy who got the W, who played his heart and soul out, and
Bo Nix.
I'm going with Bo Nix. Dude played two or 3 plays with that broken ankle.
I think that is like that's the weirdest part. Is like, did anyone see him like?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
When I found out about it, like someone told me about it, I googled it. And I couldn't find anything on it.
Yeah.
Like, no, that didn't happen.
I think on SportsCenter they might have had a replay that showed him kind of hobble, but he didn't look like injured by
because
anything.
he stayed out there with that broken ankle.
Yeah.
He did.
And got the Broncos.
No, I do like that.
Pretty
That's a
savage.
good pick. I thought it happened when they took the final knee to set up the...
That would if that's what happened, that would be wild.
You see him take that knee, and he kind of snaps up quickly.
That's probably when he actually realized it was broken.
I think it was already hurt.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Because if that would have happened on that play,
Yeah.
that would have been terrible.
That would have been the equivalent of the kicker jumping, celebrating,
Right.
tearing his
Or
ACL.
Navarro, Greenlaw tearing his shit, just running on the field.
Oh.
I think that was like one of the Grammaticas, I think, did that. Something like that.
but-
Bill or Martine.
Yeah, or something like that. Some coaching news. New York Giants hired John Harbaugh. As a Cowboys fan, I don't really love that, but good for the Giants.
Yeah,
He could be a good culture setter.
right.
Yeah, Bill Grammatica.
Bill. Yeah, I think he'll definitely be. I think his coordinator hires are going to be the most important thing here because I think John Harbaugh is a good, like you said, culture setter, leader of the team. But at the same time, could we argue he's overrated? I think we may have met
John Harbaugh?
Yeah, we may have talked about this recent weeks.
You could debate it.
I mean, 4-7 in his last 11 playoff games, and that's since the Super Bowl win.
Is he kind of like a Doc Rivers of football?
You could say that. Yeah.
Really holding on to that one ring?
Yeah.
He's got one.
I mean, him and Tomlin kind of the same guy in a way.
At least Tomlin went to another one.
He did go to another one. You're right.
And that was a close game.
Yeah.
Against the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do like John Harbaugh, and Jim Harbaugh.
You like
for that
Jim
matter.
too.
I like both the Harbaughs, and I think he's a good hire. I think this is a perfect fit. I figured he would go here, but Giants fans thinking that this is like the home run, obvious, like he's going to take us to the promised land. I don't think it's going to be that simple.
It's not going to be that quick.
Yeah,
They've got talent on that offense.
They do.
In both sides of the ball.
They do.
They've got to polish up, get a few things, get a new turf field.
yeah, yeah,
Get a grass field.
Or grass field. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised he went with Jackson Dart, or that he chose to put his faith in Jackson Dart. And I guess he could, in theory, draft other quarterbacks. I'm sure he will.
Right.
But Jackson Dart's the face of that organization right now. He's the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, the couple things I would say about that is like, okay, so Jackson Dart does have a lot to prove. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But he's got something that, they like, at least now. And I think he probably believes in himself to figure it out if that doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. He's not putting all of his chips on Jackson Dart. I know he's not young. I think he's 63 or something like that. But he's not fully putting his chips just on Jackson Dart. And like Danny said, there's a good amount of talent on that team. Defensive line is great.
You got one of the better wide receivers in the league when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm totally forgetting
Most
his name.
talented
Malik Neighbors. Yep.
You got
You have Scottaboo.
Scottaboo. Yeah, who knows what
He had
Scottaboo
a
is?
great season until the injury.
Abdul
Right.
Carter on the defensive line.
Right.
Player.
Yeah. So there's a lot there. Quarterbacks aren't a dime a dozen, but who knows what Jackson Dart's going to be, and he could just be on a hunt for a new one in 2 years. Who knows?
Yeah. Falcons hired your boy Kevin Stefanski.
He is my boy. That's a real boy.
Yeah, that is actually.
That's a real my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Falcons have a great roster. I don't know how I feel about their quarterback situation right now because
Right.
Cousins is old and
Cousins is not going to be. If he's there, I'd be surprised.
yeah, and then
Penix is.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, he's a question
I
mark.
think the jury's still out on Michael Penix.
Yeah. I think Stefanski being a lot younger than we thought. Mm-hmm. Was he 43? It was.
Yeah.
He looks like he's 55 with that fucking gray beard.
When you're coaching the Browns, it probably ages you quickly.
Right. So he's got some more runway to work with. So he's probably not that worried about the quarterback situation.
43 years old.
Yeah. So he probably looks at Penix as like, oh, okay, let's see what we got. We'll give him this year to compete for a job. Maybe
Bijan Robinson.
You got Bijan. You got Drake London. Kyle Pitts is I think
pretty good. I was going to mention Kyle Pitts. He
actually did have a good season. Yeah.
Maybe he can finally unlock Kyle Pitts.
I think Kyle Pitts might be a free agent though.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Yeah. So he's not a lock to be there. I guess is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are Arthur Blank. I believe is their owner. He's well known for being one of the better owners in the league.
Yeah.
So that's good security for Stefanski. So I think this is a good move. I thought the Raiders would be very interesting for him getting the number 1 pick. Maybe even the Titans with Cam Ward there. Yeah. But I don't hate him for going for the Falcons.
Yeah. Do we think John Harbaugh and Kevin Stefanski regret taking these jobs so soon after the Bills fired Sean McDermott and they could have had Josh Allen?
Right. I don't disagree with that thought. Yeah.
Like Stefanski being that young, we don't have Josh Allen and that team.
Right.
I think that would have been a pretty good fit.
It's the juiciest team.
Yeah.
I mean, you could debate the Ravens too.
Ravens are interesting. Yeah.
Because I think the Ravens have a better roster. I think Josh Allen's a better quarterback right now than Lamar Jackson. I think the roster overall, you see that, and you're probably licking your chops.
Right. They have more star power there for sure. Yeah. Than the Bills do. It's just the one guy or 1.5 guys. I like James Cook too. He's good.
Because John Harbaugh, I think the Giants' job is way worse than the Falcons' job.
I don't know.
Really?
I think based solely on like what you have at quarterback this moment, because Michael Penix is way more of a question mark than Jackson Dart's the starter next year. You don't know if Michael Penix is starting games next year.
Yeah. I guess I just feel like the Giants are such inside out are just a dumpster fire. More than the Falcons.
And I think that's why John Harbaugh fought for power. Because I don't know if you heard about like there was a little hang up in his contract talks, and it was over whether or not he was going to have jurisdiction over
sometimes
bringing in players.
Sometimes wanting to have power is better than having the better team, I guess.
And would you say Giants are more of or New York rather, a football heavy area than Atlanta?
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta, they probably like the Braves more than like the Falcons.
Right.
Well, you go probably more college down there, you know.
That too. Yeah, like the Bulldogs are big time for sure.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Even Georgia Tech, who's in Atlanta, that's a big school.
Yeah.
Obviously New York's, it's the Big Apple. Yeah. They love their sports.
They have such a rich sports history,
right.
And the Giants are the football team of New York. It's not the Jets.
Yeah, I don't think that Giants job is as bad as it looks. Like just purely on paper and what we've seen over the last handful of years, I think there's something to work with.
Yeah. Titans hired Robert Saleh, of course, the Niners' former defensive coordinator.
I'm surprised you didn't use that earlier.
I did.
Did you? Okay, maybe I wasn't paying attention.
We're talking about the Seahawks. Yeah. You were just...
I was tuned out.
You still haven't gotten over it. It's okay.
I'm over it.
Are you?
It's hockey season.
There we go. It is hockey season. But yeah, Saleh out... for now as the Niners defensive
coordinator. Like I said, it'll be back in a couple years.
We'll be back.
The Titans' job, you got Cam Ward, promising talent. Outside of that, what do you really got?
Of the remaining jobs, I don't...
Tony Pollard, running back?
Yeah, of the remaining jobs, I don't hate this for Robert Saleh. Do I think he probably should have stayed? Yes. And that's not even me being a biased 49er fan.
He just doesn't seem like he's a head coach. I think him being a defensive coordinator just... looks and makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Just the way he, the shaved head, he's kind of buff, he just kind of gets fired up.
Yeah.
He just seems more like a coordinator or defensive coordinator.
I would agree with that.
Would you say he's probably one of the more popular assistant coaches in the league? Like, more well-known?
Yeah, I think being a head coach in New York definitely aided that. But I think for him too, he may not get another head coaching job, and he's probably thinking this is a good opportunity. At least I got a good, an interesting young quarterback. There's a lot of work to do with that roster and putting together a squad. But I think it's a decent situation for him. It's maybe not better in a win now scenario than it was when he went to New York, but it's at least interesting for the future.
Like, obviously, these head coaching vacancies, they're for teams that are bad.
Right.
But going from the Jets and going to the Titans, it just seems like a tough road ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's I would say it's very far from guaranteed that this is going to go well for him. Yeah. But I think at least, like I said, at least he's got the quarterback that is intriguing.
And I think it's widely known in the league that he's a really good coordinator and leader of men. So I think it's a good hire by the Titans.
Yeah.
I just think for us, especially being from where we're from, seeing him do so well in the defensive coordinator category, I kind of feel like he's more meant for that. But he could prove me wrong.
I mean, after missing out on Stefanski, I think that's like Robert Sala's probably as good as they were going to get. Mm-hmm. You know, you'd have had to go down to like if you wanted an offensive guy, you know, Mike McDaniel or Cliff Kingsbury or something like that. Yeah. Which I don't think that's what they're looking for. No. But do you need a beer over there?
Sure.
Do you want Pacifico or Negro Modelo?
Pacifico.
The Dolphins hired.
Okay, Mike Tyson.
The Dolphins hired Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. Doesn't want to move the needle for me personally.
Yeah, I mean the Packers had a solid defense, I guess, but and they've had decent defenses over the last handful of years, I guess. But I think they're clearly going a totally different route from what they had with Mike McDaniel. You know. But I'm with you. It's not a sexy hire by any means, and
sometimes it doesn't have to be. I guess.
Yeah, sometimes there's diamonds in the rough. You could be
Who is it?
Jeff Hafley.
Well,
exactly.
That's kind of how I feel. No disrespect.
Were you fucking out?
That's kind of how I feel. Mike McDaniel expected to join.
We're not going to let that go unnoticed, okay?
Who?
You don't hit the Monaco button? There we go. Mike McDaniel expected to join the Chargers as offensive coordinator. You know, man, the Jim Harbaugh, Mike McDaniel, excuse me. Man, what am I doing today?
Come on, Ronald. Anyways.
Them two together is going to be something special.
That dynamic is going to be interesting. There's no doubt about it.
Can we get pre- and post-game pressers with them two together?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You got the snowman, you got fucking Uncle Jim.
Well, he was probably going to go to Cleveland, but realized he couldn't wear his capris out in Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
Still wear them
in LA, he's going to be just fine.
It's a funny point. I like that.
Yeah, I think, because Jim, Jim, I think he's lightened up over the years, but he's definitely fucking football, 24/7, very, very intense. Mike McDaniel, very quirky, interesting fella.
Wish I could have been a fly on the wall for that interview process.
Right.
What did they talk about?
He's
outside of football, what did they talk about?
Yeah, hey Mike, you gonna have your fucking head on straight for me?
What did Shanahan teach you?
Yeah.
Right. Bills, like we said, fired Sean McDermott after a loss to Denver. Bummer. But there are 6 opening jobs: Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Raiders, Browns, Cardinals. To me, they're the clear 2 favorites. I think the Steelers, after the Bills and Ravens, are probably the third. And then Raiders, Browns, Cardinals. I mean,
pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Literally, your poison.
Yeah. You think the Bills are going to regret that's firing?
I do not. I think they.
I think it was time for something new.
I think they might regret the timing of it because of the lack of, interesting candidates. But yeah, I think they might regret extending and promoting their GM, which that will remain to be seen. But I didn't find. I mean, Sean McDermott was the coach for, was it 10 seasons?
I think so. Yeah.
And he just never got over the hump. You kind of just gotta move on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, and he's a defensive coach, right? And
you've got an offensive team,
and you got a star quarterback, and your defenses haven't been that good.
It's not good.
Really. Yeah, they have never been that good since he's been there. So
I just think that the Bills need to really focus on figuring out quickly, because you don't want Josh Allen in his prime with a bunch,
cannot be wasting a bunch of years.
No, and you can't be having this, door of
a revolving door
of different coaches.
No,
because he's not going to want that.
No,
Pete Carroll's available.
Nice.
I just don't like where the Bills go from this. It's just like they're in a great position because they have Josh Allen, but they need a head coach.
That's why I think the timing's shitty. I just like you said, who are they going to get? There's not much out there that's great. Devin talked shit about Brian Dable, but I think bringing him
the talk.
I think bringing him back would not be the worst thing. And you can give him you put him on a super short leash, and it's not the worst thing. He had success with Brian Dable.
Yeah,
Josh
it's familiar.
Yeah, I mean they had some of their best offensive years when Dable was calling plays. So
yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's a bad call.
Yeah, so
that's probably what they'll probably do.
Yeah, I think you bring back Dable, and then if that doesn't work out, and you give him 2 seasons to right the ship, and if that doesn't work out, then he goes somewhere else. I mean, he'd probably fire the GM too.
Who else are you going to get? Mike McCarthy? Do not do that.
No, that would be horrible.
Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl winning coach, but
that's kind of in the same like John Harbaugh, Mike Tyler.
Well, you've heard
years ago.
Hire rumors, right?
I did hear he was.
Was he looking at was it the Browns?
The Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers says he will only return if they hire Mike McCarthy.
Is that real?
That's what I read.
That would be funny.
Oh God.
That would be such a like.
No, I think let Rodgers go. Do not hire McCarthy. Start over. It's gonna suck for a couple years, but the Steelers have had.
I would love it because good. Like keep trying it, Steelers.
That's fair.
Keep winning meaningless games.
But if you're smart, don't do that.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Don't let Aaron Rodgers control it. Don't bring Mike McCarthy. Have a few years where you're going to be shitty and have a couple different coaches. Welcome to the real NFL.
Right.
You've had 3 coaches for the last 60 years. That's not normal.
Yeah.
It's impressive, but it's not normal.
I think they should go. The Steelers should go for like a kind of off the wall candidate.
Okay. See
if it works. See if it sticks, and then you can cut ties quickly.
Was Tomlin stepping down a courtesy that the Steelers did for him to announce that instead of saying you're fired?
I believe so.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
believe so.
I think there's a lot of respect there, but I think it's just time to.
I do think it was probably somewhat mutual as well. Like he was like, okay, I agree. It is my time.
Does Big Ben want to coach?
I don't know about that.
Maybe Phillip Rivers. He coaches his kids' high school team, doesn't he? Championship weekend, which Emerson and I have always agreed that is the best weekend of NFL football.
And disagree with Tony Romo, who said last weekend was the best weekend.
I've also heard that wild card weekend is the best because there's so many games, which more games, more fun.
Yeah, but you don't have the top seeds playing.
Wild card weekend though, for this season, that was the most exciting. Set of games I've watched.
I think 4 out of the 6 came down to the wire.
Yeah.
I've always loved championship weekend. Might be because I've never seen my team actually in it, so it means so much to me. But I've always thought, because you got 4 teams playing for 2 spots in the biggest game of their lives.
And back-to-back games. It's just like an all-day affair of football, that meaningful football, like the most meaningful.
And I've always thought that personally. AFC Championship, Patriots are getting 5.5 on the road against the Broncos. Some keys to the game. I think the Broncos just need. I think Jarrett Stidham needs to try to manage the game best he can and don't give up the football. Yeah, no turnovers. And I knowing Sean Payton and his history in big games, he's got a trick play or 3 up his sleeve. I would something to that. And he's going to need it with Stidham playing quarterback. Mm-hmm. But I also think, like I mentioned, the Patriots have played some not very clean football in their 2 playoff games. Drake May is still new to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is just a gimme win for the Patriots. I wouldn't say so either, but I think Bo Nix not being there, I understand why the line is like this. It stings, for Denver. I think keys to the game for the Patriots is just stick to what you've been doing. They need to run the fucking football. Yeah, just do what you've been doing all season because it's been working, especially in a game where the starting quarterback's not playing. Yeah, just do what you normally do, and you'll probably come out with a win. I think you run the football. I know Drake May was awesome this season, but he's been a little iffy in these 2 postseason games. Run the ball and try and make it so that he doesn't have to do too much and take some pressure off him. That's the way the Patriots win and cover this game. And also, I think Patriots going up to Mile High. I mean, I always say it, but the thinner air, it's a difference. Yeah, and the Broncos have a good defense. It's been shaky at times, but they have a very good. I mean, they were right there statistically with Houston this season, so they're no slouches. Yeah. Danny, you got any thoughts on this game? Think the Broncos even have a chance?
It's going to be tough without Bo Nix. I will say they didn't start to really do something in that game until they started involving Courtland Sutton into that game. Right. He didn't get his first catch until late in that game. That's a guy you need to get involved earlier. Yeah. And, especially with him, like he's big body. Shout out James. Don't shout him out. I could see them seeing a lot of one-on-one coverage on the outside too, because they're not going to respect Stidham, Yeah. So that could be an interesting factor in this game. So who would you guys pick in this game? I think the Patriots win, but I think it's closer than a lot of people think. What do you think? I was going to say the same. Patriots win, but I think the Broncos defense is better than that.
Yeah.
And
I could see kind of like a 20-16 type game or something like that.
I think Patriots will win, and of course, go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Boston fans just have it so good.
Fuck 'em.
they haven't suffered enough.
No, they haven't.
Maybe losing. Well, they've done it a couple times, but losing again in the Super Bowl.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I know we're tired of the Patriots, but do you guys feel like this team is just like totally like
It's different.
it's like almost like a different franchise? I know they still wear the same colors.
What did you
but
say, though, sir?
It's almost like a different franchise.
You're tied with
No, this team, like people are tired of the Patriots.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, you see the helmet, and you're like, ugh, they're like this deep in the playoffs again.
Right.
But it's not Brady Belichick. It's
Exactly.
The feeling is
It's not the greatest quarterback of all time on the field.
Exactly.
and the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah. So it's to me, I'm not as worn out by the Patriots, and we don't have friends that are Patriots fans.
Yeah.
I can only imagine they're probably not the greatest people.
Or they're probably not humble.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they don't bother me as much as
Your
the
friend from Bath, man.
Boston. Boston.
NFC Championship, Rams at the Seahawks. Seahawks are getting 2.5. I think this is going to be.
It's gonna be a
I
dogfight.
think it's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
NFC West showdown, of course. I'm sure it makes you guys sick that the winner of this game will make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In division team.
Hey, I might win money if the Rams go. So.
I might too.
I'm no dummy.
Yeah, that's true.
If I had to root one way, I think I'd go with the Rams.
I was talking about this the other day. I think I hate the Seahawks.
I just don't. I
More than
don't.
the Rams.
I don't want this fucking Seahawks to win. Fuck them.
Yeah, I think they're more. I think I hate them more than any other team in the league.
There's just something about that. What we've seen over the last 15 years with the Seahawks. They're more of an annoyance.
Well, and I have to think too. It would sting even more if
It's a more annoying fan base.
if the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, because it's a guy who was in your quarterback room and he wins the Super Bowl at your stadium.
Yeah,
I mean that would hurt.
I actually don't. I don't have anything against Sam Darnold.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And let's not forget, we saw Sam Darnold win a championship in that same stadium.
You're right. The Pac-12.
Yeah.
That's funny.
USC versus Stanford, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I am leaning Rams for obvious reasons, like you are, because I have that in our pool. But I don't really care who wins either way.
I think the Seahawks are the better team, but the Rams have the more experienced coach and better quarterback. It's actually the quarterback position's not even close.
I think a key to the game for the Rams could be you gotta get that ball out quick,
For sure. Yeah.
because that Seahawks.
Yeah, but the
front.
Seahawks, they cover well too. I know they split the season series, but the Seahawks gave them trouble both times. And the Seahawks turned the ball over 1,000,000 times in that first game and had a chance to win. And then, the Rams, I'll give them that they controlled a lot of that second round, but Seahawks came back and won that game. Yeah.
Rams offensive line has to be better. Stafford took a beating against the Bears.
Yeah.
And this is probably a better defense than that Bears defense.
Oh, not even close.
I mean, they're both good defenses, but Seahawks. But you've got one of the best offenses in the league versus one of the best defenses in the league.
Right.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And Darnold's going to have to do a lot more than he's done,
The Rams defense is no joke either.
Yeah, they're solid. Yeah.
How many sacks for Stafford in this game? He's not gonna be able to run around like Caleb, obviously.
Right. I think he probably goes down 3 times. Yeah.
I was thinking 5. That's way too many.
I do think that Charbonnet loss is interesting because if Kenny Walker doesn't have his stuff.
Well, and he doesn't have a Swiss cheese defense he's playing against like he did against the Niners.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I would expect the Rams early on to try and take away the run quite a bit.
Do we have any idea what the weather's going to be in Seattle?
I haven't seen, but
Because
Danny the weatherman could help us out.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? NFL bracket, we kind of talked about it. Do you want to do a little check-in, how we're doing?
Yeah, so I believe Brett is in the lead. Let me double check that.
Brett has a good little...
Brett had a perfect first round. He was the only one.
Yeah.
And he does currently hold the lead. Hannah.
Perfect first round?
What's that?
Perfect first round?
Brett did, yeah.
I think I did too.
No, I think Brett was the only one. Let's just go back and...
You did have the Niners go to the championship game, which I was impressed that you...
I had them beating the Eagles.
Danny, you got 5 out of 6.
You did have them beat the Eagles. That was a good pick.
There were a lot of people that went 5 out of 6, but Brett was the only one to go 6 for 6.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he moved back in front. I believe he has the Seahawks playing the Patriots as well. No. Oh, yeah, that's where he's going to miss out on some points. He had the Bills going to the Super Bowl. So
that's going to hurt.
Yeah, but he does have the Seahawks winning the whole thing. So if that happens, I think he probably
wins.
Probably takes the cake.
Looking at about 43 degrees in Seattle for that game.
I mean, it's cold, but any precipitation or nothing? No.
For the Rams, you gotta love that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's see. So Hannah's got Denver winning the whole thing. That's obviously not looking great, but
yeah.
As far as max points goes, she has the most max points available. Isaiah, who I work with, he's second in max points. Gage, of the Rams win, you're gonna take the cake. It looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Danny would be a close second, 25 points back. So yeah, a lot
of big ifs though.
A lot of football left though.
Absolutely.
We had 4 people pick the Bills. JT took the Texans.
Dude, I saw his picks.
The Homer picks.
Yeah. He did horrible in all of them.
Wait, what is max points right now?
He's already maxed out. He has nobody left.
Well, who do you have in the championship game?
He has bad picks.
He probably was
let's not
inebriated.
Let's not act like he doesn't love throwing away money. Yeah.
So he had the Texans beating the Niners in the Super Bowl. So let's just. And he also had the Bears going to the championship game and the Jags going to the championship game in the AFC.
Jeez.
So yeah, mega fail on JT's part.
Man, that's.
Keep playing, JT.
Yeah, keep giving the money, please.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining. Picks recap. I don't think I did that well.
You didn't do worse than I did.
I love to hear that. That's great.
You went 1 and 2, minus $100. Yeah, we both lost on Indiana.
Yeah.
You did score on the Denver pick.
That was easy.
And you lost on the Niners, of course. Your boy 0 and 3, minus 400.
Is that your first 0-3 of the season?
No, I think I had
over.
I'm almost positive I had an over at some point.
Do you think next year, if Danny's still on here regularly with us,
Yeah, he can pick.
should he join on picks with us?
I went 0 and 4 earlier this year for minus 1,100. Ouch.
Don't feel you have to do picks next year.
No, I was actually just thinking that. Too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'd love
Except
that.
for my dumb head said, should I start doing this too? And then realize that
It's
not
already
really
it's already the end of the year.
I mean, you could pick this game if you want. That's whatever. We're gonna pick these games.
So overall records right now, Gage, you're 33, 34, and 1. You're plus $400. I'm 35 and 34 plus 500. So
Yeah.
we're both kind of playing around 500 for the season.
Looking pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, especially I think we both started pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And we've had a pretty strong finish. So yeah,
Because when did you hit that 4 in a row for max money?
that was early.
Was that-
where
that felt like
where
it
was
was-
it? It was super early. Where the fuck was that? Yeah, that was October 15th.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, you were feeling good after that too. That was impressive.
that was a big cash out.
Do we think next year we should do all cash outs? 4 games, all cash outs.
Right.
Who do you got this week?
So
we're gonna pick both games.
Yeah, we're picking both games. I'm gonna take Denver plus 5.5 for $100 against Patriots. Yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna be not as easy as people picking the Patriots think it's gonna be.
How much money?
Just putting $100 on it. Just because there is that chance that Jarrett Stidham goes pumpkin mode.
Very true.
And then in the NFC Championship game, I am going to take the Seahawks minus 2.5 to beat the Rams. They've for $200. I think they've outplayed the Rams in both games, but have only come up with 1 win. They're at home. Yeah, I think they're the better team. They're playing really good football right now. So I'll take the Seahawks.
We have the same picks. I have the Broncos Broncos $100.
Okay.
Just like you do. But I have the Seahawks winning $300.
Okay.
I'm gonna go $300.
Bigger balls than me.
I just seeing how they beat the Niners' ass. I know the Niners aren't as good as the Rams. I could see it being close to a blowout. I hope it's not for the sake of watching the game, but I could see it possibly being ugly and them covering only 2.5. Seems. I like that number.
Right. I mean, if it was 3.5, would I feel maybe a little different? Maybe, because they could win by field goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you.
Danny, do you want to pick these games just for fun?
Yeah.
What was the spread?
So the Patriots are favored by 5.5 points. Do you think they cover that?
I don't think that. I think they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover.
So you're taking Denver like us. And then Seahawks are favored by 2.5. So all I got to do is win.
I got to go with the Rams to win, and they'll win by a field goal.
Okay. So you think Rams are the team to take there?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I like that little difference. Time for a little bar banter.
Dun, 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 dun,
Little bar banter. You had a couple things.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's season is over, unfortunately, after suffering a torn ACL on Monday.
Not even joking. You hate to see it.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, they've obviously put a lot of their resources into having him be part of the team. So definitely a bummer. When it was announced that it was for sure an ACL tear, I kind of thought. First thought was he maybe has played his last game for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Because I know Joe Lacob owes everything he feels he owes everything in his power to, keep Stephen Curry's championship window open.
Yeah.
And sure, Jimmy Butler could come back from this injury at some point next year, but does it get to a point where he feels like he needs to trade Jimmy Butler to get some resources in return for him, So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do at the trade deadline. Of course, Jonathan Kuminga is kind of an interesting topic right now. He actually played his first game last night and played pretty well. I'll give it to him. Played his first game since December 18th. He also did demand a trade last week when literally the day that he became eligible to be traded, that news came out. So credit to him for playing and playing very well last night, even in a kind of a blowout loss. But there's a lot to unpack with the Warriors. They had been playing some really good basketball. They won 12 out of 16 going into last night's game, and were, I believe, 6 games over 500. So I think that's the furthest they've been over 500 all season.
It took me a little bit to find when Jimmy Butler got injured because it looked. I mean, you could tell it was bad the way he reacted, but from like the regular view, if you'd be watching it, it's kind of hard for me to figure out what leg it was. And then I saw this slow-mo closer, and I was like, oh, it's the right knee.
Right.
It kind of buckled.
Right. Yeah, and just the way he reacted, because I was watching the game live, the way he reacted, I was like, that looks like ACL.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say the Niners strike again.
I know, right? With McCaffrey and Juice on the sidelines.
I texted him via...
That radio wave.
I said the electrical substation travels.
They were there.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
I know, right?
The game that those two are at.
I listened to the I forget what they call it, like the season-ending presser with John Lynch and Cal Shanahan. I forget what the actual term is. But someone asked them a question about the electrical substation. Yeah. And then John Lynch was like, well, of course it's,
I saw he's going to look into it.
Yeah. Is it in our best interest to look for our players' health? So it might be something that we have. I mean, I'm
paraphrasing for sure. Yeah.
But he didn't just dismiss it. Because even the person who asked it said, I know it kind of sounds ridiculous, but people are talking about it. People are seriously starting to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Delaney Walker was on Bustin' with the Boys, and he mentioned something about how it was a conversation long time ago.
You said that you kind of feel the energy.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Or something's different.
Yeah.
So it is very strange how
if there's a study that comes out and proves it, that's real bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
So bad to where you got to think, first of all, why did we put the stadium here? And second of all, why is our practice facility? And I get why the practice facility's right there because it's convenient.
Yeah.
But you got to think, at the beginning of the plans of making Levi Stadium, no one thought about this?
Well, so I know that substation was moved to that location. I don't know if it was before or after the stadium was built, but that practice facility has always been there. Okay. So if it was before Levi Stadium was built, then they were definitely practicing next to it regardless. If it was after, then that makes it even more.
So you're saying that practice field has always been there?
That's where they would do training camp and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, it's really weird, and we might all be thinking way too much into it, but it just seems like it's nothing.
Looks like maybe 2014 is when they expanded in Santa Clara, that substation.
Yeah.
That's the year the stadium was built. Jesus Christ.
And we all know the Niners have had terrible
it's literally been a cursed stadium.
Well, it is. Like, it's almost, it's the candlestick curse.
Yeah.
Like, you should never have left Candlestick. I know, I went there once, don't really remember how the traffic was, but I heard it was terrible to get in and out of.
Now that I think about it, I did feel weird being there. I could feel the waves.
This is an interesting take. 49ers have trained in Santa Clara since the late 80s, and their move to Levi Stadium in 2014 prompted significant upgrades to local power infrastructure, including the substation.
It's just, yeah, I mean, if something comes out and they like somehow can prove that it deteriorates your body.
Oh, it's going to be major lawsuits all over.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Well, I want to know, because last time I was at that stadium, I was kind of looking over, you can see the substation, but there's also neighborhoods not too far away from it.
Oh, for sure.
So I'd like to know, like, what the people in those neighborhoods, if they have, like, weird wavelength things or maybe, I mean, injuries. They're not athletes, so they probably don't get injured.
Yeah, thinking about it now, last time I was at the stadium when I left, I stubbed my toe. I think I have to blame it on the substation.
No, yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, if you like those people around it, it's got to be.
Well, I know, if I remember right, specifically it's the practice facility is what's closer and has more effect.
Yeah.
I think it's just a small corner of the stadium.
That's like directly close to that. It's strange. I'm surprised, Emerson, you didn't want to mention the Sharks versus Panthers goalie brawl.
I was going to say there's no Sharks talk on
and bar banter.
Bring it up.
Well, do you want to? I mean, you're better at talking about the ins and outs of the hockey stuff.
I mean, this game was insane. This was
I didn't watch any of this.
Yeah, this was on Monday as well. Sharks got out to a 3-0 lead. Florida's one of those teams too. I mean, they're the two-time defending champs, right?
Yeah.
But they're definitely a team that will try to bully you, and they tried to bully the Sharks, and the Sharks they fought back, which was awesome. I mean, it was all game long. These scrums were happening, and then there was an incident behind the net after a whistle where a Sharks player kind of got cheap shotted, got clipped, and our goalie, Alex Nedeljkovic, took exception and got into the scrum himself. Yeah. And then, of course, Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida goalie, comes sprinting across the ice, which was epic to watch. Throws off the gloves, goes after Nedeljkovic, and they start throwing hands. It was kind of a little bit of a bitch move by Bobrovsky in a way where he tried to pull off Nedeljkovic's mask and didn't take his own mask off, which is like, if you're trying to initiate a fight, you got to take your mask off. In that situation.
Like, if both, you both got to show face.
Yeah, so Nedeljkovic had to rip his mask off. And then, I would say Ned probably was the only one who landed a punch in the whole thing. And then eventually got the tackle at the end. Yeah. But to see a goalie fight was...
Yeah, well, I think it's the first time it's happened in Sharks history since 99.
99. And the one... And that fight, I think they even said was like... Could you argue it wasn't really a goalie fight? Because they didn't even really throw any punches. Yeah. They just kind of... had their own little scrum.
Well, I want to know, so you don't think they were, because I feel like it was more that the goalie saw the other goalie try to get into it, so he kind of took exception to that.
Yeah.
Because I got to imagine, when the game's going on, it's kind of hard to talk shit from across the ice.
Oh, no, yeah.
He had so many other things going on.
Yeah, he only did it because he's like, well, if their goalie's going to fucking do this, then I'm getting into it.
The Panthers goalie came in hot.
Oh, he was screaming. It was great.
It was amazing. It's just funny seeing those guys in the big old pads trying to swim.
I know.
It's great.
I actually was a little scared for Nedeljkovic because I'm like, I don't know if he's about that life. And this guy's coming after him. But he held his ground. And he played an amazing game, too. I think he had like 36 or 37 saves, only gave up one goal to the defending champs.
Great win.
Hell of a win.
Unfortunately, last night they got smoked by Lightning.
Yeah, Lightning kind of gave it to him.
But, the Sharks been playing back-to-backs, and those are tough.
Yeah.
They played like 4 straight back-to-backs, 5 straight.
4, yeah.
4 straight, it's insane.
My bold prediction was looking pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Joint bold prediction.
It looks like 35 saves.
35, is that what they call it, kind of? Yeah.
Save attempts, I guess. SA, 36.
Oh, shot attempts, yeah.
Shot attempts. So 1 goal and 35 saves.
Yeah.
A .972% save.
So we had a request from Nico, friend of the show. He sent me an Instagram reel of these 2 dudes, and you guys have probably seen these guys before. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you the video.
I've seen them before.
They do like a draft of divorced dad rock songs. So one guy will pick, the other guy will pick, that kind of thing. And Nico specifically asked for our Mount Rushmore, so only 4 spots of our dirtbag dad rock songs. And I think dirtbag dad rock is different than like a divorced dad rock.
I think it's kind of similar though.
I took it as the same.
Yeah. Similar genre.
I kind of went more deep into the dirtbag thing personally.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to go. Because you originally thought it was just bands.
I thought he was going for bands. I wasn't really
yeah.
aware of what he was asking for.
You know, bands, I think bands would make it a little bit easier. But I think doing the songs makes it a little more fun. So, do you want to start?
Sure.
And I think with the numbering, it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah, it's not a 1 through 4. It's your 4.
It's a Mount Rushmore.
I do have 4 honorable mentions. I mean, like I said, I could have had a million. It's Been a While by Stain had to be on there for me.
So that's an honorable
mention. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going honorable mentions first.
I really thought that it could have been on the list, but I put it on honorable mentions. Kryptonite, 3 Doors Down, great. She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud, and then Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. All could have been
Those
on there.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, yeah. That's how great my list is.
Okay.
So when I thought we were doing bands, I had my 3 bands would have been for sure on there. Would have been Nickelback, Creed, and Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
So I decided to take one song from each that I thought was most dirtbaggish.
Yeah.
I'm going Animals by Nickelback.
Yeah.
You know, How You Remind Me is, to me, like their best song.
I mean, yeah.
What are you going to argue?
Okay.
Look at this graph.
Photograph, gay. Sorry.
I would
Remind you, kid.
No. How You Remind Me. Saving Me is great too.
Yeah, Saving Me.
But How You Remind Me I think is their best because it's like the one that put them on the map.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I would say I'd probably like Animals or Saving Me better. Even Burn to the Ground's a pretty good song.
Yeah. Or For All the Wrong Reasons is a very Nickelback song that I could have put on.
But
there.
I mean, of course, the big song. To me, it's like saying "Smells Like Teen Spirit's" the best Nirvana song, which is not true.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But I think Animals, as far as Dirtbag Dads,
of course,
that's the one.
Yes.
From Creed, I went My Own Prison. I think it's a classic, and it's nice.
That's
actually, nice. I like the song.
It's actually a good song.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that dirtbags can't like good songs.
That's true. That's true.
But I think it's nice and grungy, and also just a little douchey at the same time.
Yeah.
Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
That's a good pick.
It's like if you're showing your kid this song, as a dad, you're like you're a piece of shit.
That's good.
and then my kind of off the wall one, Headstrong by Trapped.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good Mount Rushmore.
It came to me when I was like kind of going through songs last night. I'm like, I feel like I can't leave this off.
Yeah, that's
it's going to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's really good. I'll go next. I have a bunch of honorable mentions. I'll go one. So these first 2, I really debated putting in my Mount Rushmore. Nookie by Limp Bizkit. I think it's a really dirtbag song. And then kind of more not B-side, but maybe not as much of a well-known Nickelback song, Figured You Out.
Yeah.
The first line is, I like your pants.
Around your waist.
Yeah, great.
That's a good one.
I almost went there, but for my Mount Rushmore, I went with no doubt songs I know people know.
For sure, yeah.
Kind of like, because Mount Rushmores, the people in Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
I have Headstrong by Trapped in my honorable mentions.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's still honorable mention. But
honorable mention.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. My next one, a little more of a deep cut by Puddle of Mud, the song Control.
Okay.
Go listen to it. It's really douchey.
Yeah.
It really is. I also just have any song by Kid Rock you could probably put in a Mount Rushmore of dirtbag dad songs. And then now I have my 80s honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus, get to it.
I'm going to go Hot for Teacher Van Halen.
Oh, nice.
Paradise City, Guns N' Roses. Of course. I mean, this song could honestly be on the list. 17 by Winger.
Oh, yeah.
That is a dirtbag song.
Definitely a little cringy.
Girls, 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 Motley Crue. Cherry Pie by Warrant. That's definitely a dirtbag song.
Yeah.
And then Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard.
Yeah.
So
good.
To my Mount Rushmore, first one, Lips of an Angel by Hinder.
Nice.
Have to. Second one, I'm going Crazy Bitch, Buck Cherry.
All right.
Third one, I'm going Animals, Nickelback.
Nice.
I just feel like that's like kind of their... It's a bigger song than Figured You Out. I think Figured Out is more douchier than Animals, but Animals is the bigger song.
Right.
And then my fourth one, I'm going She Fucking Hates Me, Puddle of Mud. I think those 4 are no doubters for specifically dirtbag dads.
Nice. I like it.
So I didn't do an honorable mention list. I kept it true.
Kept it tight.
I had to do it.
And I could have picked 1,000 different songs.
Yeah.
I just went kind of quickly what came to my head. And for some reason, I'll kind of say it this way. My picks kind of came up like a story, except for one of them, so I'll start with that one. I went a little bit older and did All Night Long AC/DC.
Okay.
Kind of a douchey song.
Yeah.
She was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. All about them doing sex all night. Having sex all night. So then to start my story, I'll be quick with it. Talk about a breakup. I hate everything about you. 3 Days Grace.
That's
definitely a good one.
He meets a new chick, and she's a crazy bitch, Buck Cherry. And then he gets sad and misses his ex-girlfriend. Lips of an Angel. That was unintentional, but when I was looking at my list, I was like, wow, that all really kind of goes together.
Of course.
I kind of thought you were going to, Gage, put Cold by
I mean, it could definitely be.
But they're definitely a little more niche.
Yeah. That is a great song. Well, I guess it is.
Or Hemorrhage by Fuel.
I thought about that one too, of course. But I thought I'd go more Dirtbag. And I think, Lips of an Angel to me is dirtiest of the Dirtbag songs.
I love that song. You know I love that song.
Out of the songs I have in my Mount Rushmore, I do genuinely think Crazy Bitch and Animals are good songs.
Yeah.
She fucking hates me. I Puddle of Mud. I can never hear it again and be fine. And Lips of an Angel is just pure comedy to me. But it's... I like all of ours. Similar ideas. So, Nico, hope you're listening. We hope you enjoyed that because I definitely did.
The funny thing is, because Dad Rock is a very wide range, and then there's the divorced Dad Rock, which kind of narrows it down, and then Dirtbag Dad Rock is kind of divorced Dad Rock adjacent.
Right.
So I like that he didn't go, divorced Dad Rock. I think has picked up steam that style.
Yeah,
or that.
And I'm a regular listening to divorced Dad Rock playlist on Spotify.
Exactly,
because they're all bangers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or you can even go to our NASCAR playlist that we have because there's
a lot. It'd be full.
A lot of those too.
I did have to do some clearing out on that list.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, some bad ones.
Like recently?
No, it was I think before last NASCAR.
Okay. That's all right.
Some people pick too many songs that don't go anyways. So
there you go.
They were
totally respectable.
That's fine. That's
Nixon.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, now we're on to the new segment that we mentioned earlier. We're calling it the Dartz board.
Yes. If anyone doesn't know, Danny's nickname amongst our friend group is Dartz, so that's why it's called the Dartz board.
With a Z at the end, not an S.
No S.
And Danny, are you good at playing darts?
I'm alright.
Okay.
You can hit the board?
Hey, I went on a date and played some darts just recently.
Nice.
And I crushed it.
Yeah. You didn't let her win?
No. She's actually a pretty competitive chick. Yeah,
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
that being said...
she might even listen to this, because
Okay.
I told her about the podcast before and she listened to it.
Okay, well, thank you for listening
Nice.
if you are. Appreciate that.
So,
Yeah, so we're calling it the Dartz. We had a couple different names, but Emerson came up with the Dartz board, and I think it's pretty good. And so, explain to us what you're going to try to do to us.
So it's going to be, quick lightning round, and kind of going to be random anything from quizzes, or like trivia quizzes. A good example, this week we are doing a blind ranking.
Oh.
Whoa.
And I have it right now separated, but if you guys want to just combine it.
Yeah, we can work
It's going to be a top 5.
Okay.
And we're keeping it in the Super Bowl theme. That was kind of my plan for the next couple
like
of
it.
weeks.
I like it.
Okay.
Not exact. And to start, it's going to be... And this isn't all time. This is just out of the list I give.
Okay.
But you don't know the list of who's coming next. That's what makes it a blind ranking.
Yeah. And what's the exact topic?
This category is going to be halftime shows, Super Bowl halftime
shit.
performances.
Okay.
So we're going to work together.
Yeah, let's work together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work together. So in no particular order.
Hopefully I've seen all of these Super Bowl halftime shows.
I know, right?
You may have, you may not have.
Okay.
Are they any from the 20th century?
Yet to be seen.
Okay. Not going to give that information.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, go
I
ahead.
could see him putting Michael Jackson's up there, which we were not alive for. Or at least I wasn't.
Right.
Anyways.
So the first one up, I have Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Ooh.
Top 5.
Nip slip.
The nip slip? Okay.
Nip slip.
I mean, we could go safe and go 3. Because obviously the nip slip is epic, but was it a great show? It was from our early days. What year was that? Do you have a year?
Was that Patriots, Panthers?
Something like that.
Super Bowl, I think. Like 2003, something along those lines.
Yeah. We were definitely under 10, I would say.
I'm definitely not wanting to give up the first 2 on this one for sure.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with putting this one 5, personally.
Really?
Or
you think we're going to get for sure 4 better than this one? I mean, I like JT. You want to go 4?
I'd be okay with 4.
Yeah.
2004.
2004? Okay, we'll go 4.
I'd be okay with
All right.
4.
So you're going 4. So your next one up.
If you give us like the first Super Bowl halftime show, which was like some bullshit, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you.
Your next one up is Dr. Dre and Friends.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, personally,
Probably one of my personal favorites.
Do you think we're going to get one better? That's now the question.
I'm thinking he's holding out for Prince, which I think should be number 1.
When was Prince?
Like 05, 06.
Okay.
He was the Bears Colts Super Bowl.
You have better halftime show memory than I do, so I'm gonna let you make the call.
07 was Prince.
Okay, 06, 07.
I think this one for me would be high personally.
I mean, I'd be okay with putting it at 2.
Okay, let's go 2.
Going 2.
Because I was like super stoked for it.
Yeah,
That's like more on a personal level, but I think we all enjoyed it. 'Cause
yeah. No, I thought it was great.
more our time.
Yeah.
The next one would be the Rolling Stones.
I do remember this one.
This one was
Probably one of the first ones I really remember.
I'm kind of with you
I
there.
don't remember watching. I think it was Super Bowl 40. Probably.
And didn't they had the tongue stage, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I don't think it should be last. I think
3.
3 would be safe. I think Danny's got a stinker coming. Look at his grin.
So right now we have Dr. Dre at 2, Rolling Stones 3,
JT and
Janet
the Nip
at
Slip
4.
at 4. Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
okay.
good about this right now.
We got 1 and 5 though.
Unless
he better give us some hate.
Then I have Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
What in the fuck?
In 1995, they did a halftime show that was Indiana Jones themed.
I mean, that one
easy 5.
It has to go 5. It has to go 5.
We were talking about putting, was it Janet Jackson at 5?
Yeah.
I was like,
Like we talked him out of that.
and of course, number 1, you have Prince.
Nice.
As your
We
number
ne-
This is Prince, Dr. Dre and Friends, Rolling Stones, Justin and Janet, and Indiana Jones. Number 5.
I had no idea this happened.
I don't think I did either.
Almost had the Blues Brothers who performed one year. So it was almost up on the list, but I was not going to let you crush the Blues Brothers performance for me.
Yeah.
You were going to put like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy up there, who I think.
I did see that, but I didn't know anything about
But
it.
I don't think they headline. I think they were like there with somebody else. I want to say, but that was I gotta say, maybe you could have swapped Janet and JT with the Rolling Stones. But I'm okay with our pick.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rolling Stones are better artists than them,
Right.
obviously.
And so that was the darts board.
That was great. We nailed that.
Yeah.
Danny, thank you for that. That was great.
So that's the kind of example of what I'm thinking. Just quick segment, kind of keep it on sports related topics.
Yes,
and we'll have some fun with it.
Love that.
But it'll be quick stuff.
That was
Nothing
fun.
that we're going to take an hour on.
Love it.
Excellent.
Love it.
And with that being said, it is time for
That was easy.
last call. I'll start.
Okay.
Kevin Durant passed Dirk Nowitzki on the all-time scoring list.
Good job, Kitty.
Congrats, KD. Dirk,
Wait, what position again? On the list?
I want to say he's probably 6th now, maybe 5th.
Okay. Damn.
6th.
Damn, he's up there.
Yeah, he's up there now. Yeah.
Those all-time scoring lists?
Yeah. Dirk, one of my all-time favorites, probably my favorite basketball player ever. So, anytime I can get to shout him out in
Got
any
the
kind of
classic
way,
fader.
anytime I get to shout him out, I will.
Kevin Durant is 6.
Yes.
How many points was it?
20 points above at 31,580.
Is Jordan next on that list?
Jordan would be the next one at 32,292.
That's probably gonna happen this year. What was he at? No, it's not. No, he's not gonna get 1,000 more points.
He would need about 800.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
if he's
900.
if he's healthy, that'll happen later in the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look at KD just climbing up the list of scoring.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think too. If he hadn't gotten injured in so many years, like and kind of stayed consistently.
712. He needs 712 points.
Oh yeah, he'll do it.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
I mean, consistently, like if he had some kind of like a LeBron. I mean, no one's like LeBron. I mean, I know he's hurt now, but up until a few years ago, if KD didn't get hurt, I mean, he'd be up there.
Oh,
close to
Right.
top 3 probably.
Yeah, basically so he had 1 year where he missed a lot of games with the Thunder, but basically since he came to the Warriors, it's gone downhill as far as his health.
But it's still impressive that he's this high up on the scoring list.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He'd be in that 35 range already if he's staying healthy, probably.
Nope, that's all I have.
I got a couple baseball things. The Dodgers signed Kyle Tucker, 4 years, $240 million. This is just the rich. They keep getting richer.
Bummer.
It's not fun.
Can we? And I might have said this before. Can we just give the Dodgers like 6 titles in a row? These are yours, and then we can just blow it up and start over. Because they're not going to win 6 in a row, but it just doesn't. It's not looking promising, especially for us Giants fans.
Right.
Do you think there really needs to be a salary cap, or do you think that's not even going to change anything?
I'm not sure that they would agree on a number that would change anything. Yeah, I really don't. And it would, all it would do is it would just limit what the best players make. It wouldn't really change who gets the best players.
Gotcha.
I don't think.
And isn't it funny that I think our feeling towards this signing would feel so much different if the Blue Jays had won the World Series?
I think a little bit, yeah.
It wouldn't sting as much for me.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, okay, well, they signed another big name guy. What do you do? They always do that.
Right.
But they didn't just come off winning back-to-back World Series.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's back to back, yes, that does change.
I think that's why I heard so much.
Yeah.
Because they just, they're.
All I'm praying for at this point is that some kind of scandal comes out about the Dodgers and we can put an asterisk next to everything they're doing.
It's tough. Tough business being a Giants fan.
Right.
Well, and also being a fan of any other team besides the Dodgers.
I mean, right. I mean, at this point,
it's an embarrassment of riches.
yeah. Like, can the Padres and Giants even feel like they have a shot? I don't know. Is that realistic?
Well, can any team feel like they have a shot?
I mean,
But yeah, especially the teams in their division.
right.
I mean, you gotta think the Padres do more than the Giants do, I would say. And they're still probably way behind with the Dodgers. They are way behind with the Dodgers.
They are, yeah,
And they're trying.
yeah.
Like Buster Posey over twiddling his thumbs.
Right.
But the Padres are actually trying, and it's not really meaning anything because they're going to the team that's like an hour away from them.
Right. And the Giants have a relatively, large budget to spend on payroll, but they're probably spending half of what the Dodgers spend.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this article about John Lee?
Yeah, Sal sent it to us.
Okay, detained at the LA airport.
Yeah.
He's been released now.
Okay,
so,
good.
It's Dave Roberts trying to get him to join the Dodgers. Bastard.
I was just going to say, because that's what I was looking up.
Yeah.
Just with Giants, I'm all in on this new coach. I don't know.
I do like Tony.
He gives me some excitement about that team.
I would agree with that. Like, I think that's what it's going to take for the Giants to be competitive is Tony Vitello being the guy.
He seems like he could be a good presence that players want to play for him.
Right.
I could see that for sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm not necessarily excited for baseball season because of the Dodgers, unfortunately. I mean, I'm excited, but
Yeah.
I don't feel it yet. Like, let me see how I feel towards spring training time and once the Super Bowl's over.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, I think we got to get to mid-February before we start talking baseball. Also, Mets did sign Bo Bichette. Nice little pickup for them.
Yeah.
He was pretty good in the World Series. And last but not least, from baseball, Andrew Jones and Carlos Beltran go into the Hall of Fame.
Carlos Beltran, former Giant.
That's right.
Played like 2 months for the Giants and was ass.
You also did have a big signing from Cody Bellinger.
He's going back to the Yankees. I saw that.
On $162.5 million.
Damn, that's a lot of money. I didn't realize it was that much.
Do you think these two are deserving to be Hall of Famers?
In my mind, they're kind of fringe guys.
That's kind of where we're at, right?
But I feel like that's where we're at because of the steroid era. And, the voters are trying to get anyone in from this era to make it somewhat a memorable time in baseball. But, and so now, kind of at slim pickings because, you can't put Gary Sheffield and Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and all those guys in there. And I don't know. It's just, it kind of sucks.
I find it weird that you put Gary Sheffield in that list with Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds.
Well, I was just thinking about recent. Yeah, no, I was probably going to name more guys, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to go on forever. I had to get straight to the point.
Barry Bonds in Hall of Fame's in jail, by the way. We're not talking about Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
I was unaware.
Yeah, I'll take a shot now.
No, I mean, we didn't really talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get there.
You've talked about it more than we did, so.
That's
what I'm here for, folks.
I already owe a shot for the Ravens, so I'll just add another one on there, I guess.
It's tough. I mean, I liked both these players. I thought they're really good during, our, early part of our, baseball watching lives. But, Hall of Famers. I mean, Andrew Jones, I will give him this. He was one of the best defensive players in the history of baseball.
Did Andrew Jones have a small stint with the Dodgers later in
his
career?
Yeah. Okay, I don't think he was relevant, but he did, yeah.
Speaking of bowl predictions, or no, not speaking of bowl predictions, but mentioning bowl predictions, do I owe for the Niners not going to the Super Bowl?
When did you make that one?
December.
Especially the way they got waxed. Chuck another one up.
Definitely over that. But am I on that with you?
No, the only one you have right now is
The Sharks.
The Sharks.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I thought I was on that and added myself.
Actually, yeah, you are. No, you're not.
Oh, darn.
Sal, did we mention last week that he owes for Brock Purdy getting benched this upcoming season?
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
Yeah,
he does,
for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when he played down the stretch.
I mean, I can hope for the Niner one, whatever.
Yeah. You definitely do. Last thing I got is soccer stuff. Champions League was back in action this week. Spurs, they beat Dortmund. PSG, unfortunately, lost. Sporting Club Portugal. Both, though, in pretty good position to advance to the knockout stage with one league game left.
Vamos.
Vamos PSG.
Did you guys watch any college basketball this week?
Negative.
I did not.
I did not either.
I was too busy at Maui.
How was that?
It was wonderful.
I'm sure. I've never been.
Oh, I gotta take you out. We'll go.
Yeah? Sweet.
Just you and him.
Just two. Actually, we'll talk about this. I had an idea for about this. We'll save it for later.
Let's not make the trip this year, though, okay?
No.
Okay, thank you. With that being said, thank you for listening.
Wait,
thank you. Sorry.
I did have
bad.
at least one last call thing.
No, I'm
maybe
sorry.
something that you guys could mark for future reference, because I saw something today that would be a fun thing for fantasy football.
Oh.
I know we're kind of in the ISR fantasy football group, but
Kind of.
well, I guess ISR, but yeah. Anyways, our what I saw was lowest score of each week has to shotgun a beer when you film it.
That's not bad. I think didn't Dylan have something similar?
Yeah, did you play in that league or one of you guys?
If one of your players had
I had a donut.
like a donut, you had to chug a beer.
Or like do like a
I
Smirnoff
don't
or
think
something.
anyone really did it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'd be okay with that. That seems kind of fun.
I saw that today, and I thought it would be something fun to bring up.
Lowest score of the week every week.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I don't hate that.
just shotgun one beer.
Yeah.
Just my only issue, and I've said this for years about fantasy football punishments, is that I don't trust that people are actually going to do them.
Yeah.
But if we were to implement that, I would need video evidence.
You got to send a video to like the group chat or something. Yeah.
And I need like a different worn shirt in each one, so you're not sending the same video over. And over. You know what I mean? 'Cause some people,
if you send the same one over and over and you make it that elaborate, I'd be okay with it.
No, see, I wouldn't. I need you drinking the beer.
What if you Photoshop a new shirt on every time you
AI is getting pretty crazy.
Well, luckily, people in our fantasy football group don't have a problem drinking beer, so I think we might be able to get away with that. So I think
I thought it would be an easy one.
I don't know, your girlfriend, she's not a huge beer fan.
we'll just don't score the least amount of points then, Deb. Sorry.
I think James would be the hardest one to get to do it.
Oh, James.
Well, we could kick him out. That's easy.
He's already on the chopping block.
James, you're on the chopping block. You decided to get...
He's been on the chopping block for years. And with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Danny, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad to be a part of the team
Yes.
finally.
We'll see you next week.
I'm not the peanut, Mr. Peanut.
No, you're the dart.
I'm the next
You're the dart.
You're the dart. Yes. We will see.
The dart.
We will see you guys next week.
Peace.